Welcome to Season 2 and Episode 8 of the Bridge to Kindness podcast. I'm Ron Smith. This podcast is made possible through the generosity of EPS, Signature Carpet Care, Expressions Floral Design, Lindsay Honda, and Pathways Financial Credit Union. This is a special edition of the Bridge to Kindness podcast called the Pathways Spotlight, made possible by our friends at Pathways Financial Credit Union. Special thanks to Kim Van Ness, Vice President of Pathways Financial Credit Union, for making this possible. Today we welcome two guests to our podcast, and they join us from an organization called Impact60. If you wonder what that actually means, we'll let our two guests tell you all about it. Today we're joined by LaVonna C., Executive Director, and Chelsea Hatton, Community Engagement Director, both from Impact60. I want to challenge you to think about your community as you listen to what they have to share. There are silent and real needs in every community, and when we help those we never realize at the time, the true impact it has come in some cases tomorrow, next week, next month, or in the years to come. We also want to be an encouragement to you to get involved, identify your gifts and talents, and find out where you can use those to bless others and help those in our community with their present needs. On our website, thebridgetokindness.com, you'll find out more about our mission and have access to links to the organization's websites we spotlight, as well as an archive of the interviews we have here on the podcast. We would love to hear from you, whether you're a volunteer or you lead a nonprofit organization. You can reach us through the website or email us at thebridgetokindness@gmail.com. So let's get started with today's guests. LaVonna, can you share with us the history behind Impact60 and what it stands for and its mission?
The history of Impact60 is somewhat unique. And when you have a compassionate leader, like you are, Ron, amazing things can happen. So first you take the heart, and the heart behind this was Bruce Daniels, and he is the dealer principal for the Performance Columbus family of dealerships. So the gas in our tank to give back to the community really starts at servicing and selling cars, quite frankly. It's a beautiful thing because a philanthropic heart that cares about the community has made this amazing nonprofit, which is what Chelsea and I do now. So it was just a charitable arm, like, hey, yeah, well, we want to help them. But the feeling was we want more awareness. We want to create a bigger impact. So we need to be a nonprofit. So I was courted, frankly. If you know Bruce, he's very charismatic and very passionate. I left higher ed. A place where I was very comfortable and loved because this just spoke to me. I felt called to do it. The 60 stands for giving an hour a week. And if you can give an hour a week to someone in need, an organization, maybe it's a family member. If you've been a caregiver, you know how much it takes to give. And if everyone gave an hour a week, what a wonderful impact we can make in our homes, our community, society in general. So it did start at the associate level, but now that Chelsea and I have been at the helm here, you found us because we are way out in the community now, not just a function of something nice to do in the dealerships.
Chelsea, can you share with us the many ways that donations have such a huge impact from individuals that want to help to businesses that want to get involved and give, and the difference it can make in many forms and methods?
Well, one of them obviously is, first financial support. Even small donations make a significant difference because they often go directly toward preventing eviction or helping someone secure stable housing or keeping the lights on at home. Wrapping Christmas packages for families in need for their children, or groceries for the week. Whatever you give is put to use. A side note is all donated dollars go directly to help people. They don't go to salaries such as mine and LaVonna's. No salaries are paid from any donations or funds that we receive. But also current needs advocacy, sharing our mission, following us on social medias, inviting us to speak like we are today, and introducing us to potential partners are all powerful ways to expand our impact. Anything you want to add?
The private public partnerships are so important. Because there are assets in the corporate world that the private or the nonprofit sector could really use. And sometimes it's not a heavy lift for our corporate partners. And something seemingly small is really huge to Impact60. But we are a charitable organization. So yes, we do volunteers, but we give. The important thing about that, though, is that we're doing the vetting for you. So if you have a corporate partner and they're like, we don't know where our money's really going. Trust me, Impact60 is already vetted wherever it's going and making sure that it's a direct service to a person in need. And we really look at basic needs, things that like donating laundry detergent, personal needs items, toilet paper, paper towels. These are really small, impactful things that help Impact60 for sure. And, it's easy sometimes for those of us that have a lot of blessings. It's just opening your pantry and saying, oh, I got an extra thing from Costco. Let's move this along to help someone.
LaVonna, what has been one or two of the great ways you've impacted people through the work of Impact60?
I would say opening the homeless shelter in Union County. So Union County is the second fastest growing county in the state. And because of the growth and because of, I'll be honest, housing, the cost of housing, the necessity to have a shelter for people that call our county home just resoundingly became clear. It's like, we need workers. Well, if we can't house people and people leave our county to go somewhere else because they can't afford to live here, that's pretty detrimental to our business side. So it's the right thing to do. This is the home for many people, and we need them to stay and work and contribute. And all of us are often one bad event away from maybe losing your house, maybe losing your car. And it's really closer than you think to have a crisis situation happen in your life. And it's not because sometimes there are bad decisions. We've all made those in our lives. But oftentimes it's just people that they're trying, they're working, they're trying. And how can you, your mental health starts to also deteriorate when you don't know where your next meal is coming from, or you have a safe, decent place for shelter. But anyway, so the shelter is very important. The other thing we're very proud of is a second chance employment and training opportunity that Impact60 started with Recovery Court in Union County. And that is that along with our our technicians, they're not maintenance technicians, our master technicians, starts with an M, within our dealerships who donate their time to do a rudimentary or an intro training of how to be a maintenance technician. Impact60 has the liaison with Recovery Court here, and often individuals who have committed a felony, in many cases that are in Recovery Court, that they do get overlooked, but they're in Recovery Court because they're turning their life around. And they have lots of things that they're accountable for. They're making the commitment to sobriety, and we want to give them a chance. So Impact60 might help them with insurance if we can get them to that point that they have a driver's license. We're training them, and we want to give them a job opportunity if we can check those boxes, because there are some things there, but nonetheless, they're getting training. They know that we care about them. And so it's called the TAP program, the Technician Advancement Program. We have people from Columbus, Gahanna, Dublin that have come to the program as well. So it's not just Union County centric, it just happens to be where we teach it. So those are two really, we have stories about people that have come out of those programs that are really wonderful.
Chelsea, tell us about how this has changed your life.
Well, it's changed me. I didn't come from a nonprofit background, but now that I'm in it, I really love the hands-on work. It's deepened my understanding of how complex issues such as housing insecurity, food insecurity, really is. It's oftentimes, like you said, not necessarily about poor decisions. It's about resources that are available or access to resources, the systems, timing. So it's also, strengthened my belief in the community. I've seen firsthand how generous and compassionate people are when they understand that there's a need, and there's always a need. But being part of something that creates, tangible change, sometimes within days, is incredibly rewarding and humbling and motivating to keep going.
How about you, LaVonna?
I shared this. We recently were engaged with the Super Bowl, and we'll talk about something we're doing. The Super Bowl of Caring, and I had the honor to work alongside a lot of volunteers and the Kroger Company. And in part of interviewing and chatting with Channel 6 and talking with them, I shared with them that we all have something that you can't really touch, but it's called intrinsic wealth. And when you are involved in giving, whether it's your time, talent, or treasure, what you feel inside, the intrinsic wealth that you have, it's immeasurable. And that's what it does for people when you volunteer and you give. It just, you just know it when you feel it, and you're grateful also for what you have. So that's what when we're exhausted at the end of the day and feel like, wow, I can't fix everybody, or I can't fix this situation. You just really have to lean into, well, you did some other good stuff today.
Not everyone can do everything, but everyone can do something.
Yeah.
What are ways people can help Impact60?
Volunteer your time, attend our events, share our mission with your network. The easiest way to reach out to us and get involved is to go to our website, impact60.org, and follow us on social media to see what we're up to. But if there's a business or organization interested in partnering with us, we'd love to connect and have a conversation like we are with you today about how we can align in our missions and make an impact together.
Please share with us about the amazing event you have coming up.
We are planning an Empty Bowls project. This is our second year doing it. Last year was our first. It's become one of our signature community events that everyone gets excited about. It's something our small team started last year. Attendees choose a handcrafted bowl created by local artists and community members. And we share a simple meal together of bread, soup, and dessert. And it brings awareness to food insecurity in our area. And the bowl that you receive that you get to take home, it's a ceramic bowl. It's a food safe bowl, but it serves as a reminder that there are a lot of empty bowls in our community, and together we can help fill them.
Yeah. Well, just and Ron, I'll do just a little deeper. This is true, and we are so proud. And like Chelsea said, it's actually our second annual, and we considered like alternating years, and people in the community like, no, don't do that. Yeah, we want to do it. We're like, oh, okay. And it was really wonderful. But I'm sure that I know the parable of stone soup, where, oh, I just have water and my neighbor, I'm just going to throw this stone in here to see if it will give my soup flavor because I'm starving. And then the next neighbor comes and says, oh, I have some leaves and I'm going to throw some leaves in there. And then, oh, I have a carrot. And So the idea with the community is that we center it around soup, because when everyone brings a little something, it's a modest meal, but it's a fulfilling meal. The other thing that Impact60, which is how we really got involved with Empty Bowls, is we're really committed to mental health and the arts role, the role that arts play in helping our mental health. And whatever that looks like, creative writing, journaling. In this case, it happened to be throwing clay or molding clay or painting clay. So the story of the Empty Bowls, as it's told in our website, has a beautiful video of the artist that helped. He donated 278 hand-thrown bowls last year. Amazing. So that outlet of the arts and the community coming to glaze or build, and then anyone who just comes to eat with us gets to take, as Chelsea said, a bowl home with them. So it's really stunning, and any community can do this. So we encourage other communities to look at our model and other models around the country about the Empty Bowls project. So,
and this is our take on
this is our take on it. Yes, yes.
Give us the event date and how to support the event.
Buy a ticket. Join us. Buy a ticket to the Empty Bowls community meal on March 15th at Memorial Hospital. They have a beautiful bistro. It's called Bistro 52. They have a beautiful area inside. They have a great space. And come have break bread, have some soup.
Yeah.
Pick out a bowl and know that it's going to a good cause. Last year, all of our donations or all of our funds raised went to local schools, filling their high school food pantries. One of the schools in our area didn't have a food pantry or a food market at all for their students to stop by and get something for free, when they're hungry. The funds raised went to establishing that, buying shelving, stocking it, keeping it stocked throughout the year, and a refrigerator. They needed, a place to keep the stuff fresh. That's where those funds went to. And this year it's going to go back to, so many things, local food access.
What would be a good summary about Impact60 and things that are coming to serve the area?
Our pillars are basic needs. So hunger, housing,
mental
health, community development, workforce, and youth. So we do have some exciting things up our sleeve. Not quite public yet, but another very large youth engagement opportunity, which will happen in Delaware County. But there'll be some crossover with other counties. That is on the horizon. We'll continue the technician training program. We are resetting the shelter right now to do some upgrades, but Impact Station will be available for housing again in April. So follow us, like us, love us, share. And Ron, we just thank you and thank Pathways for this really wonderful opportunity.
What a motivation to listen to your heart and to listen to your amazing work. Thank you both for sharing with us the impact that you're having today in your community, county, and beyond. For more information and to reach Chelsea and LaVonna, go to www.thebridgetokindness.com, click on our partner page, and click on the Impact60 logo. That brings to a close this edition of the Bridge to Kindness podcast. This podcast is made possible through the generosity of EPS, Signature Carpet Care, Expressions Floral Design, Lindsay Honda, and Pathways Financial Credit Union. Special thanks to Chelsea and LaVonna from Impact60 for sharing with us today. And thank you to Pathways Financial Credit Union for this Pathway Spotlight. Take a moment and think about how you or a business can engage with a nonprofit in your community to make a difference in those around you. I can share with you that once you start, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. It's that much fun to give back to your community. Join us again on our next episode, and we'll profile more individuals and nonprofits in the Columbus region and share how they help people and how you can be involved. Until then, from all of us at the Bridge to Kindness, I'm Ron Smith. Make a difference, make an impact.